Okay, guys, so this one is about ball striking and some really simple keys. We're going to look over some technical elements that are going to improve your game. So this is a technical phase. It's not a random phase. It's not a competitive phase. And anybody that works with me on a one-to-one basis will know what those three phases of: one, learning, and two, making it actually work on the golf course. So this is technical phase learning, okay? What I like to see with setup is with the hosel and the hands just slightly nudged ahead. So I'm there. I'm not shoving them way forward and opening the face. I'm knocking them way back, which is closing the face. It's just a tiny bit ahead. Okay? So hands forward of the ball or on the ball, ideally on the ball. I don't like to see the ball position moving around a massive amount unless it's to dictate ball flight. So if you wanted to see it go higher or lower, move the ball higher to hit it higher, lower to hit it lower. That comes with curvature consequences as well. But again, we're not in a random phase of practice. We're in a technical phase. We're just looking to build a nice solid strike. The next one from that would be to try and get some pressure down and into the ball. We don't want to get you where you maybe with your driver and you're behind the ball, because the low point in swing, you're going to hit them fat, thins, and other things. So, well, thanks, there's only other thing left. So we want to try and get some forward pressure, and we have a descending angle of attack. So we want to be hitting down on the ball. The more downward pressure we can get towards the ball, ultimately, it's going to pick up some backspin. That backspin is going to send it in the air, and we're going to get appropriate distance. Before everybody goes, height is a bad thing. It's not. Speed equals spin, and spin equals height. There's certain windows of opportunity, but that's maybe for a different day. All I'm looking for from this lesson is for you to get the idea that we're going to do a step drill. We're going to do a rhythm drill. 1, 2, show me your shoe. Or another rhythm drill where we say back and a number. So I'll try and hit the ball on 7. So 7 is my usual pace. Back and 7. And I hit the ball as I'm saying 7. Rhythm, angle of attack, club face alignment, and swing path are the biggest things that we're going to look at today. Some of those are impact factors, some of those are swing characteristics. And I don't need to change your rhythm. If you walk fast, talk fast, keep it in the game. If you're a bit more of a brisker player, it's not a problem to keep it fast. It's not a problem having a faster swing. It's just leaning into your natural tendencies. What we don't really want to be seeing is you trying to go from one extreme to the other and not calibrating yourself to what you feel most comfortable with. So if you do a 1 out of 10 for calibration, 1, that's the slowest I can realistically swing my 7-iron, and then a 10, so the fastest I can swing it. And then you're not finding your happy medium. Now, obviously, that is your perception of what a 1 is and your perception of what a 10 is. So for me, my perception is I love being around that 70% mark, maybe even 80, but usually that 70% mark for me is that it's just a nice place for me to feel comfortable, reliable, and it's consistent. And it allows me to have the other impact factors and characteristics that I want for my game. But for you, apply your own. So it might be you actually operate at a 5. Your 5 could be my 7, could be somebody else's 3. It's not relevant to anybody else. It is your personal. That's my rhythm. That's what I do. The end. And try not to allow too many YouTube videos, Instagram videos as I'm recording on. That's quite ironic. Anyway, hopefully you use this to build something that's bespoke for you. So you've had ball position in the middle, hands slightly ahead. Weight transfer, how that's going to look head on is I want to look something like this at impact. So if I'm hitting the ball down the line, so this is the camera angle down the line. Wow, it's windy today. That's how I want to look. So I will be coming in, and this right shoulder is lower than my left, and I have a good amount go through the ball, and I can get all the way through to my finish. Everybody's different, and everybody's going to have slightly different follow-throughs. I'm not expecting you to swing it exactly how I swing it, and I'm definitely not going to want to swing it how you swing it unless you're Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, Adam Scott. Anyway, back in the room. I enjoy myself thinking about their golf swings. Bit weird, but I'm a golf pro. Another one for ball striking would be you've got to give up some of that control to gain that control back. So at the minute, I'd imagine, yeah, but I do this and I get into, I get the ball in the air, and it's like, yeah, but you're scooping it, and because you're messing with the club face, an impact on the minute. Sometimes it's open, sometimes it's closed, sometimes you step on it and you rip it. Everybody comes into me, man, I'm hitting it great. I'm just hitting miles left of the target. Usually means that they're coming over the top, they're square in the face, so coming here, they're coming over the top, they square the face of the path, ball goes a long way left, and I usually have a bit of a follow through with it as well, so they end up falling forward because of it. You've got to give up what you know to work right now for something better down the road. So that is giving up that, this is what needs to happen, and trying to attain something that is far, far better. So that's the psychology of when you come into practice. So you've got now angle attack. So trying to hit down on it, trying to have angle attack. We've got a weight transfer drill. We've got a rhythm drill back in 1, 2, show me shoe, back in 7 or back in 5, whatever your numbers are, you've got a way to calibrate it. And I want to give you one more. If you're struggling to get the golf ball in the air, what I want you to try and do is take the ball and put it at the back of your stance, so the back of the stance, and I want you to feel like you're not going to allow your hands to get above your shoulders on the follow through, okay? It's going to be like if you're not used to this, it'll feel very jabby, and then for the better ball strikers, it's going to feel a lot more like a punch shot. Like if it's really windy today, you're going to feel like you're punching it under the wind. So I'm going for a very ball at the back of stance, very abbreviated finish, hands not getting above the shoulder. All of a sudden, my strike is going to get better because the low point in my swing now is ahead of the ball. So because I've had a jabby finish, I've had the forward lean, I've managed to hit ball, then turn, so the club's actually making impact just after the ball or just on it, but pretty much there at impact. And you'll get a flight. You'll get a really nice penetrating flight. And if you're struggling and you'll end up with your hands up here, that is your ball flight. If you are managing to keep your hands under your shoulders, it's lower than what your actual ball flight is. So what happens far more often than not, ball goes a little bit further back and they rip it. That's the ball flight that they're looking for. A nice trajectory ball flight. So go and try those out for me. Put in the comments how it went. If you're struggling with calibration, if you didn't, whether you even like my beard blowing in the rain, whatever you want to put in the comments, but ideally give you some feedback on it. And give us a follow, a like, and a share. And if you want to join our school community, even better. It's for a very limited time. I'm introducing it at £4. I think it's $4 USD, but £4 for all intents and purposes. And I'm going to keep that going for the next couple of weeks. After that, we're going to be going to $29.99 per month. We'll be putting all this content in there. I'll be putting the Top Tracer in there, as in the Top Tracer coach stuff that I do with my players. There'll be an invite every single week to a live. So I might invite one of you in as part of that. And we just do a lesson and we record it live. So you're going to be happy when we record it live. And there'll be giveaways. So there'll be lesson giveaways, there'll be play course lesson giveaways. And some Just Play Golf kit that we're hopefully going to get in there as well. So give us a like, a follow, and a share. If you can, follow us and start subscribing to our school account. This is where you get the whole videos. And yeah, Just Play Golf, guys.